everybody, it's Kimberly Bean with the Southern Maryland Real Estate Network and RE/MAX One, and I have some very exciting news today, and I'm so happy to be here with Tim Murphy of CNF Mortgage and Jake Shelton of CNF Mortgage. So there is a fantastic brand new program out that everybody needs to know about.
It's a shocker. We attended this webinar yesterday, Kim, and it just blew my mind. Here in the state of Maryland, of course, the Maryland Mortgage Program, again, just sets the standards out there, and they've come out with their new SmartBuy program.
Okay.
Now, the key to this program, which I think is the most exciting part, is they've designed it so that it's possible to have your student loan paid off in full.
Sweet. And be able to buy a house.
Yes. So that's the key. So let's kind of go over some of the quick parameters.
Okay.
Give you guys a little bit of taste, and then we'll hook you up with some ideas and strategies.
I think it's kind of important that we talk about why we've got Jake here.
Ah, yes. We wanted to have Jake here because Jake is a millennial.
Yes.
And our thought process is, here's somebody who would directly benefit for this program.
Exactly.
And what I want to do is have Jake kind of jump in at the end and talk about where he would see himself, participating in something like this.
Yeah. So for everybody who feels like, because they're considering student debt in their when they're trying to buy a house and thought that they couldn't buy, here's a great opportunity.
It's an amazing opportunity. So it's called the SmartBuy program, and the way that the Maryland Mortgage Program has come about is they've identified their SmartBuy properties.
Okay.
So you have to do a CDA loan, the State of Maryland program. Number one, it's a conventional mortgage. Number two, you have to buy one of their special SmartBuy properties, which we've got a limited list.
Exactly.
And Kim, I know you're on top of that.
Yes, I am.
Really cool.
You have to contact me to get access to the list.
Well, awesome. There you go. And she'll keep you up to date.
Absolutely.
Because they do change on a daily basis, throughout the state of Maryland, of course. And then number three, the big key is that the state of Maryland's going to give you basically a second lien for the amount of the student loan. So it's kind of cool.
Okay.
Up to 15% of the actual list price of the house.
Okay.
So for example, if you're buying a $300,000 house, what you're going to get is 15% of that amount of money.
Okay.
So 15% is $45,000 of $300,000.
Okay.
Now the second lien has to satisfy, and that's the kicker.
Okay.
It has to satisfy the student loan debt in full.
So up to 50% of the sales price can be used towards the student loan debt, but it has to pay it off.
Yes, or you may have to bring a little bit of money to the table.
Okay.
But imagine you have 50 grand and you're going to get $45,000.
You're going to find $5,000 to help pay off that
student
loan.
One way or another. Now here's the cool part. So at settlement, they're going to give you this check at the settlement table. The title company then is going to apply it and pay off the student loan debt. And then that is forgiven over 5 years.
Okay,
that was the big question. Huge, 20% down, 20% is forgiven every 5 years. So if you think, for example, if you got, let's say you bought a $200,000 house, and you got it, 15% would be 30 grand. Over 5 years, that's forgiving $6,000 a year.
That's awesome.
Now you have to do a conventional mortgage. You got to meet all the details. It's subject, of course, to the terms and conditions of the CDA program, but it is truly an amazing opportunity.
That's phenomenal. What a great way to be able to purchase your house, get your student loan debt paid off. I bet you're excited when you heard about it.
Very excited. I read up on this program as soon as I found out it came out, and each sentence that came about, each piece of information that came across to me only enticed me more to be interested in it. The homes that they're listing in Maryland, they're all renovated. I know by talking to a lot of my friends who are millennials, fresh out of college. Myself, I'm a year and a half out of college. I have student debt, and I also want to buy a home. But what's hurting my debt-to-income ratios is, yes, I have a responsibility of paying my student debt. I have a car payment, and then I also have to take on a mortgage. Well, a lot of the situation that my friends are in is they can't afford a home on their own. They have to live with roommates. But how are they going to get out of that situation within maybe 5 years to where they can actually start, headed towards financial freedom, getting some equity into their own pocket, and building a future for themselves? If I can pay my 10-year note off of my student loans off in 5 years with no interest on it, because the state of Maryland has allowed me to use 15% of my sales price of my purchased home towards my debt, then I have, in 5 years, my student loan debt paid off. Throughout those 5 years, what I'm making my payments each month in my home is building equity, a form of savings for myself down the road, and then I'm good to go after 5 years. If you stay in the house for 5 years, you don't have to pay the loan back to CDA. They are giving you a house and student loan debt to be covered.
Right.
And in 5 years, you're good to go.
And the one thing we wanted to emphasize about these houses are the price range is reasonable price range, right?
Oh yeah, we looked at $130,000 up to $300,000. So great prices, great little range of houses. I mean, it's great first-time home buyer houses.
Exactly, and they are specifically houses that are they HUD homes?
No, these are houses that the state of Maryland, that CDA actually owns.
Okay.
They've gone in.
They've already fixed them up.
They fixed them up and they've renovated them.
So somebody doesn't have to worry about having to go in and then fix up a house.
Exactly
They're already done.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So great
I'm
program.
excited.
We're all excited.
I bet you're excited.
Very excited.
I know he's looking at one right now. That's how excited he is.
Yeah, so you better hurry up because I'm after one too, my other millennial friends.
Exactly. So Tim can answer any questions
Yeah.
about the program. You have it. Contact me. I'll get you the list of the available properties
And you
that
can
are
hook them
eligible.
up with a constant update, right?
Exactly, as they change, because this is going to change all the time. I got a quick question though for you,
Sure,
Tim.
do it.
Is this something that's going away?
You know,
real
we
soon?
actually figured it out. So the state of Maryland has $10 million of funds available to pay off student loan debt.
Okay.
Home run, in my opinion.
Yes.
And we figured out, let's say it was $30,000 was the average student loan debt that was paid.
Okay.
That's 333 houses.
Okay. Yeah, it's a
So
lot
I
of
think we
houses.
got a little bit of
We
time.
got a little bit of breathing room, but not too long. Don't wait
No.
too long. So if you've been on the fence and this is something that's been kind of holding you back, reach out to us and
Give us a call.
yeah, we'll help make it possible for you guys. Have a great day.
See you then.